guys, my name is Murky, and today we will be playing Subnautica. Subnautica is a survival game based on a different planet where you have crash landed and have to survive gathering resources underwater and building things like ships and other items to obtain goals. So I've played right now about as you can see here, like 8 hours of the game. About most of them being on this survival game, and we're going to be starting a new survival game. And some goals for the series is to get a Cyclops, which is a big submarine. I want to explore the Aurora, which is an easy goal, and you'll see once we get into the gameplay what the Aurora is. And to really just do pretty well in the series is some of my main goals. So we're going to get right into this. And the first bit is an animation, so I'll probably stay pretty silent for that. And then I'll come back right when the game begins. So let's get right into this. So that's, as you can see right there, that's the ship that we're in, and as you can tell, it's crashing. And you'll see later in the game why it crashed, and it's pretty interesting, actually. Yeah, it's just loading right now. As you can tell, we're in a different planet. We're on a different planet, which makes for some interesting gameplay. And I'll talk about this during the game, like my thoughts on the game. So, the game's really fun, and hopefully the series will be really fun. Today I'm just trying to get basic materials and kind of get like a good foundation for next episode, when hopefully we'll be building some more advanced tools and maybe building a base, which would be really cool. I want to get like a sea moth, which is kind of like a little underwater boat, within a couple episodes. That's a little more advanced though. I don't even have that in my other series, or my other survival world, so let's get right into it. Any button. Alright, some loud sounds. That's good. I don't really remember the beginning of this. I didn't really pay attention, to be honest. Alright, so looks like we're in a little pod. Oh, looks like the ship's... Oh, yep, there we go. Blew up. Oh, shit. Out of all the things that could have knocked me out, I feel like that panel is the least significant one, not the crashing into water or spinning around in a life pod, but, you know, whatever. Alright, I guess let's put out this fire real quick. Fire extinguisher. Alright, let's go check out the above world. Oh, the nice old PDA. Gotta wipe off the screen or something.
Greetings, survivor. Great job not dying.
Oh, thanks.
In further survival in emergency situations, you have been issued this personal data assistant. The database visible now will organize your inventory, display currently available construction blueprints, and holds other valuable information. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with it.
Alright, well, I've already played a lot of survival, so I already know what this is. So, there's the Aurora. Actually doesn't look that bad for what that explosion we just saw. And then here's the life pod. Looks like we're on like a little reef or something right here. So some basic stuff I want to get today is we're obviously going to need food and stuff. I want to get a repair tool, which is relatively easy to make. And then just some of these basic materials, and then we're also going to need food and stuff. And then I also want to get a O2 tank, which is just glass and titanium. So let's go explore the world below. So as you can tell, this game is extremely diverse, and when someone brings up the word or topic survival, it usually turns some people off. And when I mention the survival game, many people aren't interested, because if you go on Steam, like if you search survival games on Steam, many of them are poorly made and have bad graphics and bad storylines and all this stuff that makes them a turnoff. And then people don't want to play other survival games that are actually fun, like Subnautica or something. And So yeah, that's why a lot of people are hesitant to try Subnautica, and I always tell them, this is a great game to try. I really enjoy it, and obviously I'm making a series on it, so it's a really fun game. I really recommend you try it out, because I hope to make a review on it in the future, but just some things that really interest me in this game is the way crafting works is a lot different. Gameplay, and I heard this in another review. So they said that Subnautica is a horror game in disguise, which I think is a very accurate description because, where we are right now looks so peaceful and kind, and you may think, like, what can hurt you? But in reality, there's so much that can hurt you. When you get farther in the game, diving, 100, 200, 300 meters down, you don't know what's down there, and you're diving into, but you go down there for what's down there, but you don't know what can kill you. So it's really interesting. So it looks like we need some food. So let's go catch some fish real quick. Um,
Detecting increased local radiation levels.
alright.
Is consistent with ongoing degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core due to damage sustained during collision. Continuing to monitor.
Alright.
Creature discovered.
So basically what that was saying is that there's radiation. I'm not affected by it right now. Um, and as I recall, you don't really get affected by it until you get close to the Aurora in
Emergency.
in my other survival world.
Of oxygen.
But I do want to get a radiation suit either this episode or next episode. That's a relatively easy thing to craft. And I'm gonna turn my sound down because I don't know how it sounds in the video. So we're just gonna turn it down a little bit. It's already really low. We'll try to go to 1. There we go. So yeah, we're just gonna get some food right now. And crafting food in this game, I made a big mistake my first survival series by I packed a bunch of food locker things full of cooked food, and they all went rotten. So you kind of need to get food on demand, or you can cure it with salt. But I just prefer to go out and get it. So yeah, and then to get water, you need bladderfish, which are these little like pink things that look like an oval, I guess, or something. Um, those are a little harder to find. They're not that hard. And then really any of these fish will give you food, which is good. And then this is metal salvage, which I believe gives us 4 titanium, which is a good amount for the beginning right now. And once we start building bases, we're gonna need a lot of that. So let's snatch up this guy. Oh no 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 no! All right, that's annoying. So that was I don't know what those things are called. I don't really care to find out what they're called. But all I know is that when you get near them, and they're in like caves and stuff, that when you get near them, they blow up, and it's really annoying. So. Let's make some filtered water. Looks like we need more food than water, but 2 should be good for right now. So yeah, this episode I just want to collect some stuff. I'm just going to talk about the game a bit and kind of my thoughts on it. I think I said it before, but I hope to make a review on this game in the future because I really enjoy it. And it's a game that I can see turning in like this. I can see the series turning into something I do a lot. And maybe I can do a creative series, which creative is like there's no health and no like food and stuff. It's purely just playing and kind of messing around with the game, which I would definitely be down to do because that sounds fun. So yeah. All right, let's just eat all this. I guess I ate rotten fish. I'm retarded, but that's okay. We can always get some more. It doesn't really matter. We're at a higher oxygen than we were before. Or not oxygen. Food levels or whatever. So yeah, let's go around. In the beginning of the game, these things, limestone outcrops are easy to find. And they're virtually everywhere. As time goes on, you kind of mine all of them, and then you can't find any, and it gets really annoying because you have to go far away. And then there's monsters, which we will so gladly be able to find in the coming episodes. So that'll be great. My game's lagging a little bit right now. I might turn down my settings a bit, but I think it's fine. I don't really mind it. I think it's just when I do like rapid movements or swim to the surface or something. All right, so let's go craft down this titanium and maybe put it in like a waterproof locker in the water or something. Alright, so yeah, the crafting in this game is something very different. Just the way it works and everything. So I think it's cool. Um, I haven't heard anyone who doesn't really like it. And then so the second item on here, titanium ingots, that's used for at least for what I've seen, is used for more advanced items. Nothing that I'll be needing right now. So an air bladder, that's cool. Okay, so let's make a waterproof locker. And okay, so the first time I played this game, I didn't know this was here. This storage container, and this has some cool stuff in here. So I guess we can eat this right now anyway. Because we might as well. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that had a lot of food. Alright, we'll put that back. And then I guess we can put all of our titanium in here for now. We don't really need the titanium for anything right now. And then this copper, we don't need that for anything. And then we'll go put the waterproof locker down. I guess we can just put it right here or something. And leave it there in case we need to store anything. Because you do eventually get a lot of items. So I guess let's just keep exploring. So this looks pretty interesting. I'm a little hesitant to go in here with the amount of oxygen I have. You can get more oxygen tanks, which allow you to obviously have more oxygen and stay underwater for longer. And I think in my other survival game I have like 135 seconds, which is about all I need. Or 135, which I think is 135 seconds. Maybe a little less. So it looks like it's turning into night right now. But it doesn't get that dark in this area right here. But as you go out, as you can see over there, it's kind of dark. It looks kind of scary, and we're not going to go over there right now because I don't feel like it. So these are, I don't know what these tubes are for. I think they're more aesthetic than anything. But we're just going to look around and try to find something. Something interesting. Ooh. Get some air. Okay. So here's some quartz. I know we can make glass with 2 of these. So let's try to find another one. There we go. And then we can make something. I forget what it was that we could make, but I know I remember looking at something. And then so oh, here we go. Ooh. All right.
By exposure to radioactive crash site materials, 19%. If the drive core is breached, probability of death increases to 65%.
All right. Well, that's good. So let's kind of look in here. So a scanner is a battery. We don't need a scanner yet. We'll need one in the near future. Flashlight, battery, and glass. So most of these require a little more advanced materials, but nothing too much. But we can make an O2 tank, which will be good. So we're going to make an O2 tank. And then this will give us more capacity for air, which will let us stay underwater and get more materials and all that good stuff. So I'm going to put the fire extinguisher away because I don't need a fire extinguisher while I'm in the water. I don't think so. And then let's just look at some of these blueprints. So this is all food. These are all base building things, which is good. That'll be coming in the coming episodes. So radiation suit, fiber mesh, which I believe is it's like silicone rubber or something like that. I forget what it is. I don't really know. But that's pretty easy to make. Fins, we definitely want some of those because those are good. And then let's see what it takes to make a battery. Because I would love to get so acid mushroom and copper ore. Okay, that's pretty easy. And then I believe it's glass, because I would love to get a flashlight. It's not that dark right now, but sometimes in the game it gets darker. I don't know why, but this game is in early development, which is another turnoff to why people don't buy it, which I think is stupid. But I do get why people don't buy it. It's hard to try out games when they're in early development because most of them. And this is kind of a diamond in the rough kind of game. Most of them are bad. I'm just going to say it. Most of them are bad when they're in early development. And it's a turn off. So, alright, let's make this battery. So, I need the copper, which I believe is in here. Yep, alright. Let's get some copper. I always press escape instead of pressing tab or whatever button it is for that. Alright, let's just make this real quick. Battery. Flashlight. will help us see a little better, which is good. It's a little hard to see the limestone things in the dark. Oh, we gotta make the glass real quick. And then another annoying thing in this game is batteries. Probably the most annoying thing in this game. But it's not like they need to patch it or something. It's like they're just annoying in general. So batteries run out extremely quickly in this game. Not so much for the flashlight, but for when we get into things like sea glides, which is kind of like a motor you kind of just like hold on to, and it brings you around pretty quickly. The batteries run out extremely quickly, and they're kind of annoying to craft because copper, it's not something you should have like a ton of laying around. Like it might look like I do right now, but I don't. Like when you get into the game a little later, you don't have a ton of it laying around, so it's a little annoying. That's just my opinion. Some people don't find it as annoying as I do, but I find a lot of things annoying, so that's just me. Alright, so I like these tubes. They have a lot of these things on them, but I gotta be wary of my oxygen because you die really quickly in this game without oxygen, which I'm not complaining about that, but it sucks. And you don't really lose any of your important items. Like I wouldn't lose my flashlight, but I would lose like all this copper and stuff I've mined, and there would be no way of getting it back, which kind of sucks, but it's understandable. If I don't watch my health, it's my fault. So and this O2 tank is really helping. I've gotten a lot of stuff right now. Good. We're gonna go need to drop it off though. Anyway, copper's gonna help. We might as well make a bunch of batteries for stockpiling purposes and for OCD. Or not, I don't know why I said OCD. It'll be annoying in the future if I don't have a bunch of batteries, so we might as well do it. So we're gonna need to collect a bunch of acid mushrooms. So got a good little store here. Ooh, let's pick up this metal salvage. This stuff's really easy to find in the beginning of the game. And then, as time goes on, it gets a little scarce. So, yeah. Salt deposit. Don't mind if I do. Limestone, titanium. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Looks like we've mined out this giant coral tube or whatever it's called. So let's take a bunch of these acid mushrooms and just go back and create a bunch of batteries. So I don't really need the flashlight anymore. It's daytime now. So let's just get as much as a bunch of these. How much copper do we even have? So we have 6 copper, so we're gonna need 12 of these. So 2 rows. There we go. What would that be? So that'd be 4, 4, 5. So we need 1 more. Alright, there we go. Let's go make, I think it's 5 batteries we make, or 6 batteries or something. Let's go make these, and then, I think I need 2 more, I think I need 2 more acid mushrooms, because I can't count. Get those, and then let's go make these. So we'll just put these into the storage locker, and then use them for later. Ooh. Right. That is not good. So yeah, I think that means it's gonna blow up soon. So I'm gonna try to stay away from the aurora. I think it's a 10-kilometer range, and I'm pretty certain we're only about 100 or 200 meters from it. So we will most likely die if we're out there when that thing blows up. So yeah, I'm gonna try to stay inside for a little bit, or stay close to this boat, because I do not want to die. So let's put these back into the storage container. Those will be useful for later when we have a sea glide and other super cool items. Come on, let me in. Alright. Let's put these in there. We'll go craft 1 more thing of titanium. And then we're going to look at stuff we can craft. Because I do want to make some more stuff. I would love to make a wiring or a repair tool, because repair tools help a lot, and that'd be pretty good. But let's just make this titanium right here. I really love the animation for crafting. God damn, that's loud. Okay. Okay. So power cells, we don't need those. Computer chips, those are much more advanced. Wiring kit, we do not need either of those yet. So food, equipment. All right, pipes and pumps. I don't think I'm really going anywhere that I need that yet, but we might make one soon. I know in my other survival I have one, but I don't know, it doesn't really help that much. So, all right, a knife, silicone rubber. So I believe that's from a creep vine, and that's kind of far away. So I'd rather not swim there while I'm about to die due to this large explosion. And it looks like, I don't mean, it doesn't look any different, but it looks like it's gonna explode, which is not good. So, and we can fix all this, like how this is all broken and stuff. We can fix that. So I'd love to fix that soon. So let's just go. I want to stay really close to this and just pick up stuff like salt deposits. And yeah. So I think once this thing blows up, I'm gonna conclude this episode, and then we'll come back. And next episode, we're gonna be doing a lot more. See, that's that little creep. Fuck off. Look at this thing. I'm gonna die. Yeah. It's so annoying. Like until I have fins and stuff, they're much harder to escape. So, anyways. Let's just get a bunch of this stuff. Oh, we're not that far away. If I die, I won't be that angry, but it'll be a little annoying. I'd rather not die in the first episode. At least we're not playing that, like, hardcore mode or whatever. That'd be a fun series, though. I don't want to do all Subnautica, though. And I know I don't have that many subscribers or anything, or a fan base large enough to be asking questions. But anyways, if you guys would like to see any other series, you can tell me, and I will think about it. Okay, so these are creep vines over here, so that's not that far, actually. So there is a monster thingy that swims through these. It's called looks like a crocodile. It does not look like a crocodile. It kind of looks like a crocodile to me. But so those little seed thingies, we need some of those to make a knife. So I don't know where this thing is that. Oh, crap. Well, we're gonna die, so we might as well watch the explosion. Actually, we could probably get back to the floaty thing. Oh shit. Will we make it? Oh my god, we actually made it. That does not sound peaceful. Whoa, buddy. Looks like it's missing the whole front half. And Geiger readings. I believe that's what radiation, the Geiger scale, I don't know what it is. I'm trying to sound smart. I'm not that smart. That does not look good. Alright, we'll play for a few more minutes, and then I'm probably going to sign off. And then, so let's collect a few more materials. I know this episode's been relatively boring, but next episode I hope to get some stuff done. And a few episodes I want to go deep and create, we'll probably create a base next episode, but I want to create a base really deep in a flat area and do some stuff. So let's go get some creepvine seed clusters, and we're going to need some inventory, so well, I'm not going to pick that up. There's plenty more where that came from anyway. And I'm going to get some of these, and then we can make a knife or silicone rubber or something, and we can make some just basic survival tools. And I think it says something about the knife where knives are the only like weapon we can make because of like galactic war, and they banned other blueprints for weapons or something. I would love to hear the history behind that. I'd love to hear like the history behind all this stuff. But alright, let's just collect as many of these as we can. Alright, that should be good for what we need to do right now. I think I collected 6. They take up a lot of inventory space, which is kind of annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. All right, let's swim there. Okay, so now the aurora's cleared up. Looks like there was a really big explosion, and I think it said it came from the reactor or something. So we can check that out. All right, almost here. Let's look what we can craft. Okay. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff in craft. I think it said we need silicone rubber. Let's make that. Let's get a good bit of this. We can make a lot of it. Alright, and now we go to tools. We can make a knife, which is cool. The knife has a... I really love the knife of... Yeah, okay, so weapons were removed from the standard survival blueprints for following the massacre on Obraxis Prime. So, looks like there was a massacre on some planet. And then, so the knife's the only tool. That's cool. Love to hear the history behind that. I really love the knife in this game. I love the look of it. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, what else can we make? Not much. And let's go take one more look at the Aurora in a little more depth. It looks like, yeah, it looks like it just had a giant explosion. Whole front's blown off. So I'm guessing the reactor's over there if the whole front's blown off. And it looks like it kind of just spread throughout the whole thing. Yeah. I mean, that looks to be about it. And I want to see what's over there that's like 10 feet away. And I heard there's a big monster over by the ship. I'm not too sure about that, but I'm assuming there is because this game is full of surprises. And, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next episode where we will be hopefully building a base, probably near here, building a radiation suit, doing a bunch of cool stuff. I know this episode was kind of just, tedious work collecting some materials for the upcoming conquest that we'll be going on. And, yeah, so, if you like the video, you can like it or whatever. Do whatever you want. I don't really care. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.